Today's Pooks Post is a quote from the movie Hoosiers by Shooter Flatch, who was played by Dennis Hopper. When Shooter says, "Don't get caught watching the paint dry," and this is a real message to senior attorney owners of law firms, in particular. Those are attorneys that have practiced for more than 30 years. They developed their practice old school. They developed their book of business pre-Google during what we call the word of mouth era. We need to recognize and accept that digital marketing disruption, it arrived to the legal industry in 2020. It's here to stay, and we have gone from disruption to adjustment to adoption, and now we are in what we call digital normalization in terms of how law firms today, growing law firms in particular, they have fully adopted multi-channel digital marketing to attract clients to their law firms, where that multi-channel digital marketing consists of Google, AI, social media, a website with fresh and new content that consists of written audio and video, lawyers and law firms that are publishing podcasts and videos, all for clients to know, like, and trust lawyers and law firms in advance of contacting them to hire them. And as a result, what we're seeing for senior attorney-led firms that are not adopting multi-channel digital marketing, what we're seeing for the value of their law firms is that they're not attracting and regenerating their books of business as well as they did during the pre-Google, pre-2020 era. And because they're not regenerating their books of business with new clients and new referral sources, the value of senior attorney-led firms is unfortunately going down. So when it comes to this message of please don't get caught watching the paint dry, let's next go to an analogy. We have all lived through the following three analogies that we'll share. That is that Amazon, it surpassed Sears. We all loved going to the mall. We loved going to Sears. We loved getting the Sears catalog every year, but it is a heck of a lot more convenient to order everything and anything today online via Amazon. Next is we've lived through Uber surpassing taxi cabs. It is just so much more convenient today to order an Uber, a Lyft on our smartphones than going outside and hailing a taxi. And the third analogy is Netflix surpassing Blockbuster. It was convenient at one point to go down to a local Blockbuster and take out a VHS to play it on a Saturday night. It is a heck of a lot more convenient to just be sitting on our couch anytime, anywhere, essentially, and watching a movie, a documentary, a show of our choice with just the click of a button. And when it comes to watching the paint dry, of course, we can think back to those taxi cab medallion holders in particular, when they started to see that Uber was coming into their marketplace, and those taxi cab medallions still had great value. That is where we're at today for senior attorney-led firms. Whereas Uber surpassed taxi cab medallions in just a blink of an eye. It's not a blink of an eye yet for senior attorney-led firms, because even if senior attorney-led firms, if you're not generating as many new clients as you did pre-Google, you still have a client list. That client list is highly valuable to growing law firms. Growing law firms today, they need three resources to boost their growth. They need new clients, they need your support staff, they need your key employee lawyers, and they also need your key employee parastaff. And growing law firms want and need more digital content. They need your subject matter knowledge that you've developed over the course of your career to convert that to digital content to attract the attention of today's and tomorrow's clients to hire their law firms. When it comes to please don't get caught watching the paint dry, is that at some point, if your book of business becomes worth less and less, then a growing law firm is going to look at how they are generating clients digitally, and they're just going to pass on purchasing your law firm because it is more economically feasible for them to generate new clients than to purchase your book of business. We've already seen that. We started seeing that in 2025, and we're going to still see that throughout the rest of this decade significantly and very significantly in terms of not watching the paint dry is that your key employee lawyers in particular, they want and need a reliable, predictable, and safe job. They, by and large, do not want to purchase their boss's law firm. If they leave your firm unexpectedly, what we call a random Tuesday, that will impact your firm in the short term because, of course, you're not going to be able to bill as many hours and have as much work done at your firm because you've just lost a key biller or a key employee lawyer at the firm. From a growing law firm standpoint, when they're purchasing senior attorney-led firms, they need your clients, of course, but they also need your key employee lawyers. So when a key employee lawyer leaves your firm has actually become less valuable because a growing law firm has to think to themselves, where are we going to get the sophisticated lawyers and non-lawyers to do the work? So if your revenues at your firm are not as strong as they were in the past couple of years, and if you are not generating as many new clients as you did pre-Google, pre-2020, and if you continue to just watch the paint dry, your law firm will become less valuable and at some point will not be sellable. So our strong message as we head into the second half of the 2020s is that senior attorney-led firms should seriously consider selling their law firms if you're not going to adopt multi-channel digital marketing because you're not going to be attracting as many new clients. And if you're not attracting as many new clients, your firm will not be as sellable as this decade continues on.